How's it going, everybody? Robin here with Oracle Rising. So welcome to the channel. Guys, I wanted to touch base with you guys, see what's happening, how you're dealing with Mercury Retrograde. This is an event that can cause a lot of disruption, so I just wanted to do a quick touch base and talk about this, especially if you don't know what a Mercury Retrograde is. So this is a period of time when Mercury appears to be moving in reverse. This is an optical illusion, but it does cause, I'm getting words like riffraff behavior. So it started June 18th and it'll end July 12th. And this does happen 4 times a year, you guys. And it lasts anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. And some of the things that can happen, and you might have been noticing these things already and going, man, is there a full moon? But it's Mercury in retrograde, and it can be causing complications in communications, which means that you notice that maybe people are a little bit cranky, or something that you said was completely innocent was taken the wrong way. It could be sparking arguments with people, people not wanting to talk, just a general irritability. So if that's happening, you guys really be cautious in how you approach people, because this affects people way differently. I have a really good friend in California. Hi, Enrique. And he gets affected a lot more than I do. I could give you a ton of examples, but anyway, it does happen. So be very careful. And if somebody seems to be getting a little bit upset, or you want to tell somebody to calm down or relax, or I was only kidding, just take into consideration that this retrograde could be twisting your meaningful statements or comments to people, and they're misinterpreting you. So just be aware of that. So you might have some aha moments happening as I go through here. This one is a huge one. This could cause technology failures. So you could be, your laptop could just shut off, or, your phone might not charge, getting a lot of static on the radio, just things going wrong with your things that you plug into electrical outlets, and it's very, very frustrating. And this is a huge and common thing to happen during a Mercury retrograde. So have some patience. And something that comes to mind here too, because this can cause a really slow internet connection. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this hysterical meme that says, before you plan on marrying somebody, you should put them on a slow internet speed and see how they react, to see who they really are. And that's how I feel basically about Mercury retrograde. Like, before you get into a long-term relationship, see how they handle a Mercury retrograde or two, and then there's no veneer anymore during a Mercury retrograde. So if things are going wrong for you, if your systems are crashing, could definitely be fallout of a Mercury retrograde. And just always be careful, you guys, to back up your data. Okay, so the third one is a big one. This can put a real strain on the body and mind. You could be feeling a little bit tired. You could be yourself taking things the wrong way, which causes the complications in communication. So it might be better to start picking up the phone instead of texting or emailing, because tone does not come through when you text or email, right? So if you're having trouble with somebody communicating, pick up the phone, you guys. Just make a quick phone call and say, hey, is everything okay? And just kind of smooth things out. So anyway, you could be feeling a little bit tired, having some problems sleeping, feeling a little bit foggy with the way that you think about things. So really be mindful of stuff like that, and make sure you're getting your rest. And if you can't sleep, take some steps to help yourself out. Maybe take a hot bath prior to bedtime, or do some yoga or meditation. So the fourth thing I have here, you guys, is travel delays and mishaps. I know a lot of really spiritual people just don't plan to travel during a Mercury retrograde, because your flight could be delayed, they could lose your name on the manifest list. Your luggage could go to a different, more fabulous destination than the one that you have in mind. just anything to do with travel that can go wrong probably will go wrong. So just be mindful of that. I mean, if you have to travel, of course, go for it. But if you really believe and you're susceptible to Mercury retrograde incidents, then plan your travel accordingly. Okay, so I have here return of the ex, but this is also, it can go into things like return of bad behavior, because with Mercury going backwards, which is the retrograde, things can also go backwards in your life. You could take a step backwards in any gains that you have made. This is related to your diet, exercise. You could maybe just kind of slack off for a little while. So you really have to be determined and watch what your goals are, where they are and how you want to get there. And be mindful that, one day can slip into 2, can slip into 3. So just watch that, and you can blame Mercury retrograde if you want to and just say, okay, instead of doing this tomorrow, I'm going to do it right now. If you don't have if you're too tired for a full workout or whatever, do 5 minutes, do something, go for a walk. Just keep yourself going so that you don't backslide too much and then you're beating yourself up for letting all your goals slide, and then you comfort yourself with a great big bag of chips and, a slice of cake. So, return of the ex, you guys. Mercury retrograde is notorious for your ex-partner coming into your life for whatever reason. And you could be feeling susceptible to that because you're tired and maybe you're feeling a little bit blue or down. And then they come in and you're like, oh, well, they want to pay attention to me. Okay, so if that's happening and you're thinking of some sort of reconciliation, stay in the friend zone until Mercury is out of its retrograde. And for now, it is targeted for July 12th. So if this does happen, if you're getting an email, a phone call, text message, or whatever from your ex, and you're feeling a little bit down or lonely or blue or whatever, and you've got to put down your big slice of cake to answer a text message, just remember how vulnerable you are right now, and it's probably not the 100% best time to stage a reconciliation. Your ex is probably your ex for a reason, and if they really, 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 truly want to get back together with you or form a friendship with you or whatever it is that they have on their mind, it will wait until the end of retrograde. So I just wanted to see how you guys are all doing and to keep your spirits high, and you're probably going to feel moody, tired, down, lazy, all of the things that happen when Mercury appears to go backwards in the sky, and there's a lot of other planets in retrograde right now. There's a lot of heavenly activity, so you're probably going to feel the effects physically and mentally. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a boost and cheerlead you and say, hang in there, it's not going to last too much longer, and before you know it, we'll have another Mercury retrograde. So just always hang in there and keep in mind, and I know some people actually plot Mercury retrograde and have it coming up on their calendar so they can do extra meditation or yoga or, bring in an extra large chocolate cake. So with that in mind, I'm going to go have myself some lunch, and I just wanted to say to everybody, namaste, stay blessed, and take care of yourselves. Much love. Bye.